Good morning, Buffalo, and welcome to the Buffalo Social Club right here inside Hilbert College and produced by our friends at Herd of Buffalo Network. We are so excited today. There are so many amazing things happening in Buffalo, and we can't wait to talk all about it. I'm Kimberly LaRussa, and I'm here today with my beautiful co-host, Mary Friona. Hey, girl, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so good.
It feels like a Monday. Because yesterday was a holiday.
It sure does. A very long weekend.
Yeah. Yesterday was, I like to take the time on Memorial Day to really think about what it means and to think about the fact that so many people died so that we can have everything that we have. And it's really just remarkable to just think about that and to think about all the people that they left behind, and those people go through life without them. And it's really all for us. It's just amazing.
It is. And, you know, we wouldn't be having those cookouts. We wouldn't be able to spend, you know, time with our families and do the things we do if it weren't for their sacrifice in giving us our freedom. So we always have to remember our heroes.
Always have to remember our heroes. I also have the Totally Buffalo Festival at Riverworks all weekend. I decided to try something different this year and really ask for a ton of rain. Yeah. Like a ton of rain, like a downpour all day.
I know you did. You just wanted to spice things up this year. Who needs sun?
You know, and a couple of the vendors were like, oh, the rain. Like, what would you like me to do?
Right.
I'm so sorry. I have no control. But I was so impressed because it was mobbed. Like, people came out. Yeah. They couldn't do anything else. So I guess, you know.
Oh, you're being humble. It's a good time at the Totally Buffalo Festival.
It is a good time. Next year is going to be our 10th.
That's amazing.
I already am starting to plan it now, 2 days later. So it's going to be amazing. And I can't believe it, 10.
Yeah.
Like, how old am I?
I don't know. How old are you?
None of your business. None yet. But you had a good weekend too, right?
I did. I did some cool things. One of them was the Paranormal Cirque. Is that how you pronounce it? Instead of circus, it's Cirque, Cirque. Anyways, that's where I went. Cirque. There we go. I made it all fancy. The Paranormal Cirque. And it was so cool. They pop up this huge tent in the Galleria Mall parking lot. And yes. And now, so it's like a circus, but it was like paranormal, like horror themed. I mean, these people in this circus, I mean, how talented are they? I don't know how these people, if they woke up one day and they were just like, I want to just spin around in ribbons for the rest of my life, and like how that came about, because they do some cool things. There's this lady who's spinning from her hair, doing all these kinds of things in the air from her hair.
That sounds painful.
I know, but it was so cool. And then if you haven't been to it, you have a chance this weekend. They're going to be at the Outlet Mall. So they popped up at the Galleria Mall. This coming weekend, they're going to be at the Outlet Mall in Niagara Falls.
So like it's a circus tent?
Yeah, but like a big circus tent. They fit in a lot of people in there.
What?
It was cool. I saw it online. I'm like, I'm going to try this, and I'm so glad I did. Everyone's giving it rave reviews. That's how cool it is.
And who'd you go with?
I went with Big Carlo and Little Carlo.
Oh, yeah. The Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlo Squared.
Carlo Squared. He loves horror. I would.
Oh my God, he loves horror.
He does. It got at times it was like for adults, so at times it could be a little inappropriate. So like if you are going to bring your kid, like just be mindful that it can be a little, you know, you just got to feel the kid out.
Yeah, my Ella would hate that.
Yeah,
she doesn't like anything remotely like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't like a lot of people. I don't know where she gets it. I don't know where she gets that from. She doesn't like a lot of people in one place. Oh. Anything else?
No, I mean, there's lots of things, but I want to move on to a very special guest we have today.
I'm really excited about this guest because I've known her for like 3 decades. Again, how old am I? But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Jackie ALBARELLA, author, gardening expert, historian, little bit of everything. Hi.
Yeah. Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm super happy to be here.
I know you're really excited about all the rain.
I'm thrilled about all the rain. I mean, you know, unless I can start to plant a rice paddy, I don't think there's anything I'll be able to plant at least for a few days.
Oh my goodness. And you know, in East Aurora, I live like, there's like a hill. Oh, and it all comes right into my yard. I'm not at the bottom, but I'm like down far. And it just comes right into my, so it's really nice.
You know, one of the things though, I think people need to remember is the traditional planting day is Memorial Day, because where we live, that's usually also the last hard frost that we get. So they say, don't plant anything till Memorial Day.
Okay.
But you know, winters are so long that we're so anxious. As soon as we see the first sunshine and like 2 days of warm weather, it's like, we got to get out there and plant.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people want to plant early. And this year we just haven't, the worst thing you can do is if your garden beds are wet and you're tromping through them, you're going to create all kinds of diseases. So it's like, and you're not going to be able to plant. Just be patient.
How long have you been like into gardening? Like, was it a little girl thing? Was it when you?
It was, I would say actually, well, I have known about gardening since I was a little girl because my mother was a great gardener. And actually where I grew up, I grew up in West Seneca, but when I was growing up, West Seneca was still almost kind of rural more than suburban, where I lived anyway. I lived, towards the Alma East Aurora border. So there was still like pig farms behind my house when I grew up. So it was still rural. So I knew about gardening, but it wasn't until I was like a teenager that I really started to get into gardening. And my mother was a fabulous gardener. And her mother was my mother grew up on a farm in Albion. And my mother hated farming and gardening. Probably because she grew up on a farm.
Right.
But she moved to
Hard
Buffalo.
work.
Yeah. And she moved to Buffalo, it was the big city. She loved the big city. She never really wanted to go back to the farm. When she married my father, he took her back to the farm.
Oh my God.
But she knew how to grow anything, and she had beautiful roses. My mother could grow anything, and it just came naturally to her.
Like you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it does.
But I'll tell you the thing about gardening, and one of the great thing about gardeners love to talk about gardening, and they love to share their knowledge. So I've learned a lot just from talking to gardeners all over the country, and in some cases in different parts of the world, asking them, well, how do you do this? Like, why do you do that? What fertilizer do you use? And really, a lot of what I've learned is just from other gardeners.
I've learned that when I try to garden, that I kill things. I don't know if you've learned that, but that's what I've learned. So you know what I have that I get to keep every year? Hostas.
Yes.
Hostas,
beautiful.
They just take care of themselves, to be quite honest.
Yes.
I trim the flowers after, they're dead and the flowers bloom, and I trim them. And that's all I do all summer. And I water them sometimes.
And the great thing about hostas, they are easy to take care of, but hostas come in tons of different colors. They come in variegations. They come in multiple colors. Some are scented, so they'll actually have a fragrance to them. Hostas are beautiful. You can get little small ones. You can get ones that look like, the plant from the musical where it eats people.
That's what I got.
So do you need full sun, no sun, half sun, part sun?
There are hostas that can work in anything. They can work in full shade. They can work in sun.
So what's confusing me is I have interviewed you a million times when I worked at Channel 2, and I've gained zero knowledge from all of the things you've told me. I've retained zero.
Well, it was because you were too busy worried about the camera.
I want to be a gardener. I want to be like, oh my gosh, look at my beautiful garden. Yeah. And I was doing okay. And then I was like pulling weeds this one time in my backyard, and like this snake was there.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, well,
I can't do it.
Don't blame it on the snake. I'm just kidding.
It was like it scared me
sure,
today,
right.
and I can't now. And like,
well, I hate snakes too. I mean, there was once in my garden, and I screamed so loud, but my pitch gets so high when I scream that only dogs in the neighborhood started howling. But I don't like snakes either. But you know what? What you can do then is grow a few things in pots, put them up close to the house where that snake probably is never going to come because there's too many people going in and out of that house. So find a spot where the snake isn't going to be. And this is the biggest mistake I think that beginning gardeners make too is, oh, I want that beautiful landscape that I saw in Better Homes and Gardens. No, start small. And it's like with any hobby, you start small and you have success and you say, well, then maybe next year I'm going to have 2 pots, one on either side of the door. And maybe after that, maybe I will plant a little bit. But don't set yourself up for failure. And grow things like hostas, zinnias. There's so many plants out there that really, you put them in and you kind of forget about them. If you remember to water them once in a while, that's probably good, unless it keeps raining.
Yeah.
But, so start small.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do that. I like the idea of the pots though.
Yeah.
And I did see this viral thing where like you take the pot or the little it comes in a little plastic thing, and you put it in there, and then you fill all around, and then you pull that out, and then you put the plant in there.
Right.
So you don't have to like dig.
No, it's not really so you don't have to, well, you won't have to dig, but it's also so you know the spacing of the plants within the big pot.
Yeah.
You know that they're
That's
not
what I
gonna,
meant.
you know that how, yeah, you know how it's going to look. You know, and you want the taller ones in the back
Okay.
and the shorter ones in the front, because if you have a tall one in the front and a short one in the back, you're not going to see the little short one.
Well, you could turn
So,
the pot. No.
well, you could. Yes, you could, because it's a pot. You know, here's the other thing. If you have some pots that look beautiful, maybe you've got a picnic table in the back or a patio in the back, and you're going to have some company coming over for a cosmopolitan. Then you can take those pots and move them back to the patio, and now you've got extra decor elements
I love it.
that, you know, are just there already.
I love that. And you do so much more than gardening. Like you, it's fascinating to talk with you because you know so much about history in Buffalo. You've written so many books. You're an incredible photographer. I mean, like there's so many things. Do you have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite thing. I mean, I like all the different things that I do. And, you know, in some ways it's been difficult because, you know, like I do photography. I love photography, and I've been in some wonderful shows, and I've had some one-woman exhibits at some, you know, I had a one-woman exhibit at the Birchfield and other galleries. But, you know, most people, when you say you're a photographer, they expect, oh, you're only a photographer. Then they'll see that I did a documentary, you know, that was on PBS, and it's like, oh, you do that too? And then, oh, you write too? And then, so it confuses people, and it's like, well, you know, because people try to pinhole you.
Oh, they do.
People try to say, oh, you're you know, you're an artist, or you're a writer, or you're a gardener. But for me, I have too many interests. So I tend to follow my interests. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I've followed some things, you know, and not been so great at it, but it doesn't matter. I still have fun.
Yeah.
You know, I play the cello. I've been playing the cello since I was like 7 years old, because when I was in grade school, I wanted to take an instrument, and that was the only one that was left. Oh, so that's how I started playing the cello, but I kept it all through college. I kept it. I'm still playing the cello.
That's awesome, though.
I mean, I'm not Pablo Casals, but I enjoy it, and it makes me happy because music makes me happy.
Yeah,
so.
Music's incredible.
Well, if you can take all of the things that you are interested in, you know how to do, and turn them into a career, I mean, that's the most rewarding thing that you can do for yourself in life.
Yeah, and you know, that is why I am filled with gratitude every day, because I am a person who's been able to make a living doing things that I love. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and so I know how lucky I am and how grateful I am to be able to say that.
And it doesn't even feel like work sometimes.
Right. You would do it anyways if you could.
Like, right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, I love gardening, and I've been able to get paid, like, to go to England and visit the Royal Botanic Gardens and do a couple of shows from there, and travel all over the country to these gorgeous gardens and get paid to do it. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite garden that you've seen anywhere? Like, is it just anything stick out?
There are lots of beautiful, you know, when you go to like the Botanic Gardens, even the Buffalo Botanical Gardens, they're beautiful. But Thomas Jefferson's gardens in Virginia were amazing, because like he has seeds that were like the first seeds that were ever propagated in America.
Wow.
And they've continued to propagate them year after year after year. So you can buy like seeds that were actually from Thomas Jefferson's tomato plants, because they've been saved and, you know, carried on. So I just found that whole place like super, super interesting. But, you know, some of the prettiest gardens I see are like a beautiful little garden on the east side or the west side, where some little grandma or grandpa is still doing that garden. They've been doing it for like 50 years. And they have, like, you know, the Italian guy always has a fig tree that produces tons of figs every single year. And, you know, and tomatoes that look beautiful. And, you know, so for me, I don't always like the prettiest garden, like the one that's on a magazine cover or something, although I can respect the work that went into it and the design elements that go into it. And I love it. But I also love the little gardens that people are just working year after year after year and look beautiful and produce great things.
Yeah, you like the gardens that are made with love.
Yeah, made with love. And they're so proud of them.
Yeah.
And it also keeps them young and vibrant themselves when they're out there and they're working on it.
Yeah.
There's a couple in at the end of my neighborhood, and it's like a little elderly couple. They're so cute, but you see them outside together, like working on it, and it's just the sweetest thing. And everything is just gorgeous.
Yeah. And the other thing about gardening that I talk constantly about, like I'm really into like kids gardening, getting kids to garden. And it might be just one small pot with a cherry tomato in it, but it's theirs, and they see it grow and they pick those cherry tomatoes and eat them right out in the yard. Or if you have a little place where they can plant some carrots and then they pull that carrot out of the ground, it's like, holy mackerel, this is like a carrot. This is how carrots grow. And the gardening, you can start when you're 3 years old, 2 years old, and you can do it when you're 83 years old.
Right.
It is one of those hobbies that, and as you get older, maybe you have to build a raised bed because maybe you can't get down on your hands and knees anymore. You know what? Maybe you got to cut down on how much you garden, but it's something you can do. It gets you out. It connects you to the earth. Even the feeling of the earth, it grounds you. It connects you to the planet. It's healthy. And it's just wonderful.
Well, and it's healthy. I mean, there's so many herbicides and all that crap that goes onto our fruits and vegetables. If you make it yourself, you don't do that. And you just go out and pick it. And I get confused. I don't know when to plant stuff. Like, I really would love to plant potatoes. My daughter, that's her favorite food. She'll eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to make them so she can go out and pick them.
So you can plant them now. And the thing about potatoes is, you know how potatoes, when they get old, they grow those, they call them eyes, those things that come out, they look like roots. Yeah. So those are called eyes. And you take a potato and cut it in half so you've got 2 or 3 eyes on each piece. Dig a trench, because potatoes like to be buried. Dig a trench, put the potatoes with the eyes down. Consider those eyes the roots, right?
Okay.
And then cover it up, and you got to mound the dirt up on it, because as the potato plant grows, it's going to actually the potatoes grow off the plant. It's going to start to grow up. And if the potato gets uncovered, it's going to turn green. So you got to keep mounding up the soil to keep the potatoes covered. And then around August, you dig it up and then you have your potatoes.
I want to see if you can do this. You better get on it.
Wait, so they don't come out? You have to dig?
The potatoes are underground. Just a green plant will come up.
Okay.
And you'll pull that the green plant will actually die off. That's how you know when the potato's done. You pull that out, and then the potatoes there's like 5 or 6 potatoes, and you can grow them in a pot. And I always did this. You can grow them in a black plastic garbage bag. I used to do this all the time with kids. So fill that garbage bag with dirt, put the potato pieces in there, make sure they're covered.
Okay.
And then put that garbage bag, somewhere outside in the sun.
My husband will accidentally throw that out. I know that'll happen.
And then in there, you got to keep mounding them up too. But the potatoes will grow in the big plastic garbage bag.
I love that. All right, we have a couple of questions that we're going to get to from our viewers later on in the show. Okay.
Yep.
Sound good?
But right now, we're going to do one of our favorite segments, A Little Bit Louder Now, sponsored by our friends at Celino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, where we talk about charitable things happening in the Western New York community. And I want to talk about a very special story that a friend sent to me. It happened at the Niagara SPCA, and there is
The Great Escape.
Yeah, the Great Escape. So the shelter employees went to go check on the dogs in the morning, and they saw 2 dogs in one kennel. Now, if you've ever been to the Niagara SPCA, their kennels are 6 foot high. So they're like, how did this dog get in here? So they said, oh, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe an employee accidentally put 2 together, whatever. Then it happened again. They go in another day, and these 2 dogs are together. They realize that this dog, his name is Peter, is jumping over the 6 foot
He's got a crush.
kennel, yes, to get over to his crush, Mary. and they're just so happy in their kennel together. They're like circling and playing, and so they're in love. And so now the Niagara SPCA wants to see them get adopted together. I believe both adoption fees are covered, and you can adopt Mary and Peter together and fulfill their love story. How sweet is that?
First of all, I love when people name their pets. Or
People names.
People names. It's like my favorite thing. But also, don't they have cameras where they could rewind it and see it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the photo posted,
So
but I
funny.
want to see them get a home together. How
Yeah.
beautiful would that be,
That
Mary
would
and
be so
Peter?
amazing.
And it'll all be, Peter did it because Peter, expressed his love as a dog and jumped over the kennel to say, hey, I want to be with this lady.
That's romantic.
It is romantic. It's like
you
Lady and the
a couple
Tramp.
of dogs. Yeah, they can help you with the gardening.
Yeah. I think I'm full up with animals.
That is fun, though.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun.
Isn't it? And then I went to the Galleria Mall this weekend, and I was in the food court, and I noticed that there were veterans sitting at a table, and they had a sign, and I went up and checked it out and see what's going on. And there was a young woman talking to a veteran, and then another individual talking to a veteran. And if you read the sign was encouraging you to thank a vet and stop and chat with a vet, which I just thought was the most beautiful thing. So I witnessed this young lady sitting there and talking with the veteran for a good amount of time. And it was just really nice. You know, veterans shouldn't have to ask to chat and hear their stories, but the fact that they did and people were coming up and talking to them, including this young woman, was really something special to see.
I love that because they always have the most amazing stories.
Yeah.
I don't ever see a vet, like if they have a hat on that says, you know, Army, I never do I walk by without thanking them.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's this time of year, people tend to thank vets more than other times. It's easy to forget about them during the rest of the year, but it's so important to thank veterans and also to think about everybody that is serving right now, everybody that is risking their lives right now all over the world, so that we can do what we want to do.
Protecting the world. And you really have always had a soft spot for veterans. I mean, the art shows that you've done with them.
Yeah,
like,
I have. I started an art group years ago for veterans that was just a free art group. Come and paint, draw, do music. We had a couple musicians, and we were fortunate that Medaille College, which was around then, we started there. They gave us space for free, and then the Birchfield Penny Art Center gave us space for free. And veterans would come, and what was great was, and you'll see this like if you go to any kind of veteran group, the older veterans kind of grab the younger ones and say, listen, man, you know, do you know how to apply to use the VA? Do you know how to apply for your benefits? What's going on with you? You know, are you talking to somebody, you know? And
amazing.
Yeah, and it's that brotherhood and sisterhood is really so strong. And now there are several veteran art groups. If veterans just want to go online, there's several veteran art groups that you can join, and they're for free. And usually you can bring your family as well. So guys would bring their daughters who would draw. And there are places where veterans can go if you need help, whether it's getting your service, your VA benefits, getting your other benefits, or if you just need to talk to someone. Veteran suicide is through the roof right now.
Horrible.
And you just need to know there are people who will help you. There might be a neighbor. If you don't have a family member, maybe you've got a neighbor. Call any one of us. And we might not be able to solve your problem for you, but we will help you find a person who will help you solve your problem. You've got to just reach out. Don't isolate. That's the one big thing that veterans do. Do not isolate. Reach out to somebody.
Yeah, it always boggles my mind and makes me so upset that these amazing heroes are coming home and they don't have everything they need. Like, we shouldn't need all of these different, charities. If you lost a limb, they'll build you a house. We should just do that. Like, that should be our gratitude.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? It should be our responsibility. And you show me one person who wouldn't say, I want part of my taxes to go to that, period.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're lucky in our area. We have groups that are helping. I think there are other parts of the country that are not as generous as Buffalo. And so people have, but the first step is with the veteran. And I cannot say it enough. Reach out. Do not remain silent. Do not isolate. Just reach out to somebody. Maybe it's the guy you talk to in the store where you buy your milk, or maybe it's somebody that, you just see when you're walking down the street, but reach out to somebody.
I love that. Buffalo is such an amazing community. Nothing builds a community, though, like a little friendly competition. So we got a game we're going to do. It's basically, what's that
Headband.
Headbands, thank you. But we don't have
Buffalo
the
Social
headbands.
Club style.
Yes, yeah, we don't have. So we have, Rachel has given us our little pieces of paper that have a picture on it. So we have to guess what it is. So who wants to go first? You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Do we just yell it out or?
No,
We got to give her clues so she can guess it.
Oh, she is.
yeah.
Oh,
Is it upside down?
It is.
upside
wait.
down.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So give me a clue. Do you see who it is?
Hallmark series.
There you go. I'm going to make it easy for you. You slid into his DMs.
Oh, what's it? Rachel, what's his name? Why can't I remember
What's
his
his
name?
name?
I know. I can't remember.
We want him on the show.
Chad Michael Murray.
There we go.
He's never going to come on the show now. Cutie, want to come on the show? He said he'd come on.
Okay, great. Thanks,
Great,
Chad.
good, okay,
good.
Awesome.
All right, go ahead, Kimberly.
How many days has it been?
It's been, let's see, it was March 13th.
Okay, so a long time since
Yeah.
you slid in.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me if I'm upside down.
You're upside down.
Okay. Am I upside down now?
No, now you're right
No,
side
but I
up.
don't know who that is.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do?
Is it who
Okay.
I think it is, but his hair is a different color?
AMAs.
Yeah.
Oh, the Goo Goo Dolls.
Well, one part.
One, is it Robbie?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay!
Awesome.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh, you looked at it.
Oh, yes.
Hello. Okay. I'm not even going to say. Buffalo Bill, old school.
Why would you give us that?
Not a
Why would
good
you
guy.
give us that?
Controversial. Perhaps a murderer. I don't know.
Glove,
Maybe.
glove fits.
You must have quit. Yeah.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, well, you looked at it twice, not just once. Right. Okay.
It took me twice. You know, I don't think I
All right.
understood
It was a
this
quick
game.
glance.
All right. Is it upside down?
It is. Yeah. There you go. Nope. Nope.
Long ways.
Long ways. Nope. Other way. All right.
Okay.
Are you going to show it to me? Okay.
I'm not going to show it to myself. I'm going to
shut
show it to you. Okay.
Football player who
Josh Allen.
No, football player who loves dogs.
Who loves Shaquille?
Oh.
Shakir.
Uh-huh.
Shakir Khalil.
Khalil Shakir. Is it?
Khalil Shakir. What is? Hello. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
He's funny.
All right, upside down.
Well, it's got to go vertical.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Why are you doing that?
If you're bad, you're going.
Lackawanna.
Go on.
She's not from here, so she doesn't understand the
Oh.
threats. As
Oh.
a child, you would be threatened. If you are bad, you
You're
are
going
going.
Oh yeah, you're going to Father Baker's.
Yeah.
I know who Father Baker is. Yeah,
Okay. That's a good one. That was fun.
that was a lot of fun.
I mean, except for the cheating part.
She barely got a glance at that. I didn't even know who it was at first.
Thank you.
Speaking of AMAs, I mean, did you see any of the video from
Yes. American Music Awards.
American Music Awards? And this is our segment. It's like we're gonna spill some tea, we're gonna have a conversation, and it is presented by our amazing friends at William Mattar Law Offices. But it is it's cute because Johnny and Robbie both brought their daughters
Yeah.
as their dates.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
And then the whole audience sang Iris.
yeah,
They all joined in,
yeah, it was amazing.
but they didn't win.
They didn't win. Black Eyed Peas won.
I thought they were
Fergie.
going to win.
The Goo Goo Dolls songs will never ever get old or overplayed to me. Once a Goo Goo Dolls song comes on the radio or it's just wherever I am, I mean, I'm getting down to it. I'm getting in my feels. Like those are just forever amazing music.
Well,
Forever.
and 30 years later, they are still selling out every single show
Yeah.
that they have.
Yeah,
It's
aren't they in
amazing.
Vegas right now
They're in
doing
Vegas.
a residency?
Yeah, they're in Vegas. In fact, Robbie wants to be a guest on our show.
Oh, great.
He has agreed
Great.
to do it. It's just a matter of timing,
Yeah.
and getting, when he's in Buffalo and he's
Yeah,
going to come
yeah.
on, though. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Well, the thing about like Iris, even, it is still like almost as popular as it was when it first came out because they're using it on television
Yes.
shows,
TikTok.
commercials,
Mhm.
movies. Oh, I hear that song all over the place.
He
TikTok
said it's-
trends,
he said-
timeless.
Yesterday at the AMAs, Johnny actually said it's more popular now than it has ever
Yeah.
been.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So imagine how many downloads and streams
Yeah,
they get.
yeah.
I love it.
Well, speaking of, we got multiple things to talk about happening in Buffalo. Cool
Great
things.
things. Yeah.
Great things. I do just want to drop it that Drake was in Buffalo,
Oh,
Niagara
yeah. Did you
Falls,
hear about
Oh,
that?
yeah.
and he gifted an Escalade to
Yeah.
the content creator,
Yeah.
New York flavor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Three A's.
he was in Niagara Falls. Like people were going nuts.
Yeah.
He lives in Toronto, so it's
Yeah,
not that far.
it's
But
not
yeah,
that far,
like why
yeah.
did he give the guy an Escalade? Do you know?
Because he just felt like it.
'Cause he's
he
drunk?
said, why not?
Because he can.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep. So I thought that was cool. When I first saw it, I thought it was AI because I'm like, oh, there's no way. And no, it wasn't AI. So
Yeah.
that was cool. And then let's talk about what we want to talk about. You go
Chef
ahead.
Darian.
Yes.
Chef Darian.
Darian.
I mean, how amazing is that? First of all, he is absolutely adorable. I mean, he is like this family guy.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
like so talented.
But didn't I just say in our meeting last week, I said he's going to win it. Remember I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I just knew. I knew
yeah.
he was going to win it. He's too amazing not to.
Yeah.
Well, he's too quiet right now.
Well,
he was like not saying anything. When they're not saying anything, they're winning.
Well, he
Okay,
said
yeah.
7 months. He knew 7 months
Oh,
ago is when that
wow.
show ran.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
Wow.
you have to keep it secret till it airs.
yeah, yeah.
But what a feather in the cap of Erie Community College's culinary
Yes.
program.
Yeah.
Yes.
To go, to have a guy that has won one of the biggest awards in culinary come from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
They're
Gordon
in-
Ramsay is like his hero.
Yeah.
So
Can you
imagine,
imagine?
Yeah.
imagine being with your hero and winning this show.
Well, Darian's opening the steakhouse
Steakhouse.
where
Oh.
Eccles used to be. And Gordon
Oh,
Ramsay.
in Larkin?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Gordon
didn't know
Ramsay
Eccles
is
closed.
gonna-
Okay.
Yeah, they just closed. But Gordon Ramsay is going to mentor him.
Yeah.
And that restaurant, like the announcement of that restaurant came just before.
Ah.
So he must have already known that he had won.
He knew he won.
And,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
that's why he decided to purchase that or buy that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because
Brilliant.
it's right next door to his other place.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. I'm a steak and potatoes kind of girl. So
me
this
too.
is going to be a good restaurant. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to get in there.
Oh, yeah, for a while.
For a
But that's
while.
a huge place.
Yeah, it's still going to be tough to get in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
he cooks for the bills. He like does, some private stuff.
Yeah.
But
and-
he is so humble and kind-hearted, and his wife is a wonderful person. Just so happy for them. I think all of Buffalo is.
Yeah.
We're just so happy for
yeah.
them.
And
We're
his
good-
mother was there too. He brings his mother everywhere
Aw.
too.
He brought his kids. They did like a showing of it if he
Oh,
was
yeah.
gonna a watch party, and
At
he brought
the-
his kids. And
At
his
the rec
kids,
room, yeah.
his little kids were just looking up at their dad, so proud.
Did you see how many people were at that watch party?
Yeah, he's a good man. He's got a
Yeah.
lot of friends. When you're a good person and you're a genuine person, that love will be shown right back to you. So that's why I'm so
Totally.
happy for him.
Totally.
Mhm.
And whenever somebody here is like on The Voice or on American
Yeah.
Idol or any contest, I mean, we all go all in
Yeah.
and try to get them to win.
Absolutely.
I can't-
Absolutely.
We have some talented people here.
So many talented people. Yeah, but I was so happy that he won. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
excited. You texted me. You're like,
I said he did it.
And it wasn't even just that he won. I mean, the things that they said about his food in every single one of the competitions, they just raved about his flavors and how beautiful it looked. It wasn't that it just tasted good. It was that it looked the presentation was gorgeous.
yeah.
So, I mean, you kind of knew he was going because he was like really blowing everybody away.
I saw he did a podcast, and we can all relate to this. He did a podcast, and they asked him like what advice he would give, and he's like, just do it. So he was saying that, when he had an idea for his first restaurant and then he got people giving him pushback, oh, you can't do this because of this and that. He said, they don't see your vision. You do. So people are pushing you back, saying that don't work. Do it anyways.
Oh yeah.
And he did. Look at him now,
Yeah.
No, you have to follow your heart. You
Mhm.
really do.
Yeah.
I mean, part of life is failing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When
absolutely.
people say, "Oh, she failed,"
Yeah.
she failed. She didn't work. Too bad.
Yeah.
You learn from it. As long as you learn from it, you who
Right.
cares?
Right.
But don't you think God sometimes he plants those ideas in your head for a reason? Like he gave you that idea,
1,000%. Yeah.
Michael Jackson said that once too. He said that he was before he was going to write a song, he hurried up and wrote it because he said God gave him that idea and he had to do it before Prince got that idea from God.
That is hilarious. We're big MJ fans.
Yeah. I can see that.
He's still alive. We feel like he might be
Oh.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. People thought I was crazy when I was opening the Totally Buffalo store. Like they thought I was nuts.
yeah.
It was the
COVID.
middle of COVID.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Make it even more
right.
crazy.
Right. Right.
But you have to follow what you
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't always work out.
And you know what? You don't always have to do something for other people. Sometimes I do stuff just because it fulfills me or
Right.
it makes me happy or
Yeah.
it brings me joy.
Yeah.
I don't have to do it and, make it marketable or expect everybody to like it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just do things because, I've been doing some new like assemblage artwork, which is where you take like different things and put it together. It's totally different than what I've ever done in the past, but I've always loved assemblage, so I did it.
Yeah.
And I got a piece in one of the last shows, and people were like, well, wow, that's so different. You never do that. Yeah, I never do it, but I did.
But I did it.
How you like me now?
Only because we promised. I know we're tight on time, but only because we promised. So a couple of quick questions, okay?
Quick.
Oh my God, plants or flowers that deer and rabbits don't like. This is my problem because I did plant the tomatoes I told you about, and the deer ate them all.
Well, you can put a little screen around them.
Okay,
that's
but besides that.
But, it's hard because the deer are crazy. They'll eat anything.
Yeah.
But, they tend to not like things that have a scent. Like, so if you pick marigolds, or, sometimes you can put it, if it's a flower bed, mix in some herbs, some sage, some thyme that have a scent, because they rub up against that. They don't like it.
Oh, okay.
And then there's also other flowers. There's no flower that is deer proof. And if anybody tells you that, they're full of baloney.
Okay.
There are flowers that are deer resistant.
Okay.
There are flowers that zinnia, which are beautiful. Deer don't seem to want to eat the zinnia. Bleeding hearts.
Okay.
So there are flowers out there that you can plant, but you got to be grasses. And look at all the beautiful grasses. There's pampas grass. There's short grass. So there are things out there.
Well, that leads to, there are two questions, separate questions, but we could probably answer them together. How important is it to actually water your grass often? And should you use pesticides on lawn, or are they dangerous?
Water your grass usually needs like 1 inch to 1.5 inches of water every week. You never want to water it every day. If it's a brand new lawn, you've got to keep it watered. But if it's an established lawn, it can go longer periods of time without watering. They say 1.5 inches a week. One thing you could do is take like an old can, a tuna fish can, mark with a marker 1.5 inches, put that can out in the middle of your lawn, let your sprinkler go. When the water hits up 1.5 inches, you're done for the week.
And do it at night, right? Because won't the sun burn it?
Do it in the morning because you want it to evaporate. You don't want the lawn to stay wet at night because you get fungus. Do it in the lawn.
My lawn looks like my lawn looks. Awesome.
Oh, and pesticides, personal. It's personal. I don't use pesticides. There are times when you might have to use pesticides to save your lawn. You can look for pesticides that are animal friendly, people friendly. My own personal, and it's only my personal opinion, I don't use it because I have little kids that are running on my lawn, dogs that are rolling on my lawn. And even though they say it's okay, I don't know, I still worry about it. So, and for me, if the lawn doesn't look like a golf course, okay, I'm not going to cry too much. If I lose some plants because I didn't spray for all the bugs, okay. I tend to try natural ways to get rid of pests rather than using pesticides. But that's just my own personal. If you want a golf course lawn, you've got to use pesticides. You'll never get that lawn without.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, did you have fun?
I had a riot.
You were like a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. Talk about anything and everything.
Yeah. I'm going to put some potatoes in a bag.
Put potatoes in a garbage bag. It's great.
I'll let you know how they work out.
Mm-hmm.
I could have some potatoes for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Potato.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, you say potato, I say potato.
Yeah.
See. Okay, we always like to end the show with a final thought. Is there something you would like to tell the wonderful audience out there, all the tens of people that are watching?
Well, I think it's great. I think gardening is great. It's relaxing. It keeps you moving. It's good for your brain. And it's something you can share and take your kids out, give them a little plant that they can water every day, whether it's a flower or whether it's a vegetable. And everybody should be gardening.
There's no reason not to.
There's no reason not to. It's easy.
Except the snakes.
Oh, snakes.
My final thought is kindness, and it goes back to the hostas I talked about that I have. I have a neighbor who sadly passed away from cancer. His name was Mr. Bruce. And I was having a hard time with what my front yard could look like because I can't garden and I'm not good at keeping up with gardening and things and busy. So he always had a hosta stand outside of his house, and he would sell the little hostas that could turn into the big ones. And so I just walked over one day. I said, Mr. Bruce, can you help me with my garden? I don't really know what I'm doing and stuff. He said, sure, I will. Well, anyways, one day I left. I come back home. He had put the hostas in the places that they could go in my front yard and gifted them to me, okay? Aww. And he said, this is where this one should go, this is when that, and he started teaching me things. And then anyways, long story short, he's no longer here. Mr. Bruce's hostas are with me forever, and they come up every year, and they're huge now in my yard. And it was a wonderful gift to give me. And I'll always remember him for his act of kindness for doing that for me. He's also just happened to be an amazing neighbor too.
A gift that keeps on giving.
That's right.
Oh, that is a sweet story.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing that. My final thought is I heard somebody over the weekend say, oh, it's not the right time. I even forget what they were talking about. Oh, it's not a good time for me to do that. And my advice is it's never going to be the perfect time to do anything. Like, just do it. Take the trip, wear the dress, whatever you want to do, just do it. Go do whatever it is you want to do. There's never going to be a perfect time. And, as they say, these are the good old days, so we have to just live up every moment and don't put things off because you never know.
Yep. That's right. I love that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we had some good advice.
Yeah,
wow.
Sure did. I had fun today. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you. And thank you so much.
This was great.
We hope to have you back here again sometime.
Come visit me in my garden.
Lots of great books. We could just real quick show an incredible author. Really just you're such a great storyteller. Thank you so much. Check Jackie Albarella out. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so happy that you were here with us today. We hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next week, Buffalo.